Chapter 13. Through the Veil. Ivy felt herself drifting through a dream laced with starlight. Her skin tingled with static as her senses returned, not to the grounds of Hogwarts, but to a chamber unlike any she had known. Walls of black stone shimmered with runes that pulsed faintly, as if breathing. The air was thick with magic. At the center stood Cassian. He was no longer spectral. His eyes gleamed like obsidian, but his presence no longer held the cold of death. He radiated ancient power. "You summoned me," he said. "I didn't mean to," Ivy murmured, steadying her breath. "But you came." "You bear Celine's blood," he replied. "That alone is summoning enough." "Who was she really?" Ivy asked. "Who am I really?" "You'll need to see for yourself," Cassian whispered. He extended a hand. The moment Ivy touched him, the chamber vanished in a rush of memory. Chapter 14. The Pact of Shadows. She stood in a mirror of the past, a younger Celine, with raven-black curls and fierce intelligence, argued passionately with Cassian as they stood in front of a glowing rune, the same Ivy had seen in visions. "This magic will change everything," Celine said, "but it can't fall into the wrong hands." "You mean your hands," Cassian spat. Their love had been born of rebellion, but poisoned by ambition. Celine had hidden the rune of origin, sealing it with a curse that had ripped Cassian apart. Ivy watched her ancestor whisper something to the wind. "Ivy, the key." The vision faded. Ivy returned to the chamber trembling. "She created me, not by accident, on purpose." Cassian nodded. "You're the last bloodline, the one immune to the rune's pull, the one who can choose." He stepped closer. "Restore the rune, or destroy it forever." Chapter 15. The Return. When Ivy awoke, she was lying on cushions, conjured by the room of requirement. Her heart raced. "Ivy?" Albus stood over her, cheeks pale, eyes rimmed with exhaustion. "You've been missing for days." "I saw Cassian," she whispered. "I saw her." "I was told this could happen," Albus said, kneeling. "That once the rune awakened, the bloodline would answer." "Ivy, I should have told you. I've known about you since before first year." She sat up slowly. "You lied to me?" "I tried to protect you. I didn't want you to carry this burden." "Then you should have trusted me to choose," she said quietly. "I love you, Ivy." She didn't answer. Her heart twisted. Chapter 16. The Trial of Wands. The high conclave convened in the great hall, rearranged into a court of judgment. Ferenz stood beside Ivy and Albus, his expression unreadable. "The rune of origin is not a myth, it's awake, and this girl is its final bearer." "Are you the one who brought it forth?" McGonagall asked. "I am," Ivy said, "but not to use it." "Then what is your intention?" Ivy's voice didn't shake. To end the curse that haunts us all. And will you stand alone? Albus looked at her, guilt and longing in his eyes. She won't. Not this time. Chapter 17. The Heart of Magic. The vault deep beneath Hogwarts had awakened, ancient locks giving way to her blood. Ivy entered alone at first. Cassian awaited her, more solid than ever. You're nearly ready. She raised her wand. I'm not here to rule. I'm here to break the cycle. Cassian stepped forward. You'll destroy your lineage. No, said Ivy. I'll set it free. She turned just as Albus ran in. You're not alone. They stood before the rune together, their fingers laced. I trust you, he said. Whatever you choose, I choose it too. Ivy raised her palm. Then let's end this. Together, they touched the rune. Chapter 18. Ashes and Ember. Magic howled as the rune shattered, pieces falling like burning snow. Cassian screamed, but in his final moment, he smiled. Selene, you chose well. Then he faded into golden light. The vault went silent. Ivy collapsed. Albus caught her, arms wrapping around her like a shield. You're safe, he whispered, forehead against hers. I'm broken, she said, tears falling. I don't know who I am without it. You're Ivy, Albus said. That's who I fell in love with. Not the blood, not the power, just you. Chapter 19. A world rekindled. Weeks passed. Magic began to repair itself. Threads weaving anew. Hogwarts whispered with peace instead of secrets. Ivy returned to her studies. Slowly, carefully. Albus waited, never pressed. He wrote her a letter every day, some long, some just one line. I miss you. I saw the stars tonight. They made me think of you. Until finally, she responded. Meet me by the astronomy tower. That night, she stood in moonlight. Albus arrived, breathless. I never stopped loving you, he said. I never stopped wanting to believe you, she whispered. He reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. Chapter 20. Letters finally read. They sat together on the tower steps, wind ruffling their cloaks. Ivy pulled a sealed letter from her robe. I wrote this when I thought we were done. Albus opened it, read it in silence, then folded it carefully. Let me write the next one. He summoned parchment, dipped his quill. Dear Ivy, I don't know how to love you safely. I only know how to love you completely. I'll wait for as long as it takes. Albus. She kissed him then, slowly, with the warmth of someone who had made peace with both past and future, no longer desperate, no longer afraid. They stayed on the astronomy tower long after midnight, talking about everything and nothing, about their childhood memories, old spells, dreams they hadn't dared speak aloud before. As the first light of dawn touched the castle, Ivy rested her head on Albus's shoulder. "Do you think it's really over?" she asked softly. Albus turned to her, brushing a lock of hair from her cheek. "No. I think it's just beginning." She smiled, and for the first time in weeks, the weight in her chest lifted. Below them, the world was quiet. Above them, the sky was endless. And between them, love, true and unbroken, had finally taken root. The end.